So it's December 2012, question number 1. December 2012, question number 1 reads, Metec Limited is in the process of developing a new product branded Valida. During its expected life, it is estimated that 16,000 units of Valida will be sold at a price of shillings 250. So the selling price there is 250 per unit. Additional information, the direct materials and other non-labor related costs will be shillings 150 per unit throughout the life of the product. Production is expected to be in batches of 1,000 units throughout the life of the product. The direct labor cost is expected to reduce due to the effects of learning for the first 8 batches produced. We expect labor cost to reduce. Thereafter, the labor cost will remain at the same cost per batch as the 8th batch. The direct labor cost for the first batch of 1,000 units is expected to be 120,000. So a learning effect of 80% is expected to occur, and then they have given us the learning index there. Over 80% learning curve is negative 0.322. So they have given us B. So they want us to give them, number 1, the average direct labor cost per batch for the first 8 batches. It's December 2012. I hope you guys have the question. December 2012. Okay. So perhaps I could give you a minute to try the question. It's important you try the question first. Metec Limited, December 2012, question 1. Metec Limited is in the process of developing a new product branded Valida. During its expected life, it is estimated that 16,000 units of Valida will be sold at a price of shillings 250 per unit. Additional information, the direct materials and other non-labor related costs will be shillings 150 per unit throughout the life of the product. Note 2, production is expected to be in batches of 1,000 units throughout the life of the product. The direct labor cost is expected to reduce due to the effects of learning for the first 8 batches produced. Thereafter, the labor cost will remain at the same cost per batch as the 8th batch. The direct labor cost of the first batch of 1,000 units is expected to be 120,000. So they have given us A. So A, they are telling us there that A is 120,000. Remember, A could either be the labor time of the first unit or the cost of producing the first unit. In this case here, they are producing them batch-wise. So the first batch. So A is 120,000, and then they have given us B, which is what here? Negative 0.322. Negative 0.322. So then the first thing that I will do is to come and give them the B plus 1. So B plus 1 will be minus 0.322 plus 1, which gave you guys 0.67 what here? 8. So from there, ladies and gentlemen, I will come and have my model y equals ax raised to power b plus 1. Y equals ax raised to power b plus 1. Remember, y in this particular case will be the total cost. So my y here will be equal to a, which is 120,000 times x. They spoke over the first 8 units, the first 8 batches. So times 8 raised to 0.678. So can somebody take a bold step and give me this answer? Total time first. Total cost, I mean. What is this total cost? What is this total cost? Can somebody give me this total cost? Somebody give me this total cost. Total cost, can someone help me? Give me the total cost. Y will be equal to 120,000 times 8. So my good student here called Carol gives me 491, 446. So we have here 491, 446, and therefore the average cost. Therefore, the average cost will be this 491, 446 divided by what here? 491, 446. We divide this by the number of units involved, which are how many here? The number of batches are 8. So we divide by 8. And also remember there is another formula which says y bar. y bar equals ax raised to power b, one and the same. I'm used to this totality model. I get the total and then to average I divide. To average I divide. So could you kindly give me this answer? Kindly give me that answer. So when you divide, what will be the average cost? So I'm being given 61,430. 61,430. 61,430. Thank you very much. Or 431. One and the same. Now I would want you to try Roman 2 of this question. So they want us, ladies and gentlemen, to give them the direct labor cost of the 8th batch. 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 So when they talk of y8th, I know it will be y first 8. So we have here y first 8. Y first 8 minus y first 7. Y first 8 minus y first 7, because I want to be left with the 8th batch alone. So I'll need to come and put my A outside. My A outside will be 120,000 into 8 raised to 0.678 minus 7 raised to 0.678. So that way I'll be able to get the cost of the 8th batch. I will be able to get the cost of the 8th batch, which is approximately 42,538, like that. Now from there, ladies and gentlemen, they want us to give them the contribution to be earned. The contribution to be earned, the contribution to be earned, the contribution to be earned from the product over its lifetime. Over its lifetime. So the product over its lifetime, remember for its lifetime, what do we have there? For its lifetime, we shall produce 16,000 batches. So the lifetime quantity, ladies and gentlemen, is 16 batches. Remember, they are producing their batches in thousands, So one batch equals 1,000 units. How about 16,000 units? Those are 16,000 batches. So ladies and gentlemen, what I would need is to estimate the labor cost of the 16 batches. Labor cost of these 16 batches. So the 16 batches, I have to be careful with them. I have the first 8 and the last 8. The last 8 are the ones which are coming after we have stabilized. The last 8, these are the ones coming after we have stabilized, after we have stabilized, after we have stabilized, after we have stabilized. So when we stabilize, what does it mean? That each unit will be costing us a uniform amount after stabilization. After we stabilize, this is where we are. After we stabilize, ladies and gentlemen, we shall have all the subsequent units here taking the same. So the last 8 will take the cost of the 8th batch. So the cost of the 8th batch, what do we have here? The cost of the 8th batch, you guys gave me 42,538. 42,538. So could you kindly give me the cost of the last 8? Just take 8 there times 42,538. Give me an answer. So you take 8 times 42,538. So we have here 8 times 42,538. What do we have? Somebody there? From Francisca, 340, 304. 340, 304. And then if you remember, in part 1 above, we had done the cost of the first 8 batches. We had done this total cost. Now here we use the formula, use learning curve formula. Use learning curve formula, and fortunately, we had obtained it. Fortunately, we had obtained this. Fortunately, we had obtained this. Who can remind us the answer for the cost, not average, the total cost we obtained? The total for the 8, 491, 446. So we have here 491, 446. So please come and give us the total. Come and give us the total. Come and give us the total. Give us the total. 491, 446 plus 34304. From Francisca, we are getting 831, 750. 831, 750, like that. 831, 750, like that. Now, remember, in terms of my income statement or contribution statement, whenever there are learning curves involved, it is only the labor cost that will be problematic. All the other things are very easy. Now, from there, come and give us a title there, contributions statement. So give us, because the examiner wants us to ascertain contribution, so give us a title there, contributions statement. So we have here contribution statement. So we have here contributions statement. So contribution statement, what do I have? I have revenue. So revenue, remember revenue is price times quantity. Price times quantity. So is there anybody who is able to see the price there? Yes, I can see the price very well. I can see the price very well. The price, yes and gentlemen, they gave me a price of 250. So we have a price of 250 times the quantity for the entire life cycle. This is 250 per unit, so times 16,000 units. Kindly give me here a figure to write. So it will be shillings. What here, somebody? Kindly give me a figure to write there. I'm being given by Francisca 4 million. So we have 4 million there. From there come and less VCs, variable costs. The first variable cost that I'll pick up is the material. I can see there are material cost. So material cost, what do we have, ladies and gentlemen, material cost? I can see note number 1, additional information number 1. Additional information number 1, ladies and gentlemen, the material cost is supposed to be 150. So we have here 150 per unit times 16,000. Please give me a figure. 150 times 16,000. Please give me a figure. 2.4 million. And then of course we have labor. Labor is what here? Labor cost. This is a variable item. So labor cost, what do we have? Fortunately, somebody had given me a figure up here. There is a person who had given me a figure of 831, 750. So do you have any other cost really? I don't think so. So the only thing that you need to do is to come and subtract these variable costs from the revenue for you to be able to give us the contribution of this product. The contribution of this product. The contribution of this product, which will be equal to what here, somebody? So you take this minus this minus this, you give us a figure. So I can see from Maria, Lucia mean 768, 250, 768, 250, 768, 250, 250, 250. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that now brings us, of course, to the end of this particular question, and I would want to leave you with one more. You try at your own time. A recent question. Yeah, November 2016. November 2016, question number 2B. November 2016, question number 2B. If you can handle it very well, that really will be a great thing. That will be a great thing for us. So November 2016, write it down somewhere as an assignment for you. November 2016, question number 2, boy. November 2016, question number 2, boy. Now, we are waiting for official communication from CASNEB, but of course, the way things are, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of these CASNEB exams come September? Are they going to be there from your own assessment?